They call him the White Mask. Media gave him that name after the CCTV footage caught his silhouette in the rain. Face hidden behind a plain white porcelain mask, the kind you'd see at some pretentious masquerade ball. He wasn't fast, wasn't loud, but every target he went after ended up dead, cleanly, with intention. Like someone finishing a checklist. 14 bodies in 6 months. Drug lords, rapists, human traffickers, dirty judges. The kind of people you wouldn't cry over at a funeral. That's the thing though. I used to be a cop, and I knew damn well justice isn't clean. It sure as hell isn't quiet. But the White Mask, he made it look surgical. My name's Ellis Rourke, badge number 91427, Dallas PD until 2020. Now, retired. If you can call walking out with a shredded pension and a liver full of regrets retired. I wasn't always a drinker. Not until case 019. The one they've tried to scrub from the archives. But I kept a copy. Because once you open the door to what we did, you can't close it again. It started with a child. Her name was Nia Grant, 9 years old. She'd gone missing after school. 3 days later, we found her body dumped outside an abandoned factory near Deep Ellum. Wrapped in trash bags, burned, teeth pulled out. The lab said it wasn't the first time. Whoever did this had done it before. I led the investigation. We found a suspect in less than a week. Andre Polk, known trafficker, had a prior conviction that somehow vanished from the system. He was working with people higher than us. Judges, lawyers, probably feds. We had him in the interview room. But the DA cut a deal before we could even finish questioning him. He walked, smiling. That same night, he died. Slit throat, dumped in the Trinity River. No prints, no sign of struggle. Just one thing left behind. A white mask floating in the reeds. At first, we thought it was a coincidence. Then a week later, Judge Mahoney was found dead in his country home. Poison, no forced entry, no signs of a break-in, and he'd been the one who let Polk walk free. 2 masks this time. One on the pillow, one in the fireplace. That's when we realized it was deliberate. Someone wasn't just killing, they were sending a message. Justice will be done, one way or another. I didn't say anything at the time, but there was a moment back in the precinct when I caught Polk in the hallway alone before he was released. He smirked at me, said, "You gonna cry, cop?" I lost it. Punched him in the gut, slammed him against the lockers. I didn't kill him, but I wanted to. And someone must have heard that. Someone did what I didn't have the guts to do. Over the next 4 months, the killings got worse. A cartel enforcer found flayed behind a strip club. A judge shot point blank in his garage. No gunshots heard. A defense attorney nailed to a wall with railroad spikes, eyes removed. All had one thing in common. No signs of forced entry. No cameras triggered. No DNA. No footprints. And always, a mask left behind. I started having nightmares about that mask. It was blank, emotionless, but when I closed my eyes, I saw it watching me, judging me. One night, I found one in my mailbox. No note, just a mask. Clean, cold. I didn't report it, because by then, I'd started to agree with him. You want the real horror of this case? The city got quieter. Murder rates dropped. Drug busts actually stuck. Weirdly enough, crime stopped going unsolved. Some of the worst scum on our radar just disappeared. And the public, they loved it. Finally, someone doing something. Where was the system when kids were getting sold for crack money? He's not a murderer. He's a message. I knew better. Righteous or not, killers always come full circle. And that circle, it came back to me. December 17th, 2020. I was off duty, 2 whiskeys in, rain pounding the roof of my apartment. That's when I saw the shape in the alley, cross the street, standing motionless under the flickering light. Same coat, same build. White mask. I grabbed my gun, badge be damned, and ran outside. He didn't move, just turned, calmly. He wanted me to follow. I chased him 2 blocks, then 3. He led me to a condemned factory near the old grain silos. Inside, the air stank of rust and rot, empty except for the sound of dripping water and the thump of my own pulse. That's when he spoke.
Do you remember when you let go?
His voice was modulated, distorted, but I swear I recognized the cadence, the rhythm. I raised my weapon. You kill anyone lately? I asked.
Only the ones that deserve it.
Who made you judge?
You did.
He stepped forward, and for the first time, I saw his eyes through the slits in the mask. They were blue, familiar, tired, unblinking. I lowered the gun an inch. Do I know you?
You used to,
he said.
Before you buried case 12-049.
That stopped me cold. Case 12-049 was buried so deep in internal affairs, it didn't even exist anymore. It involved a rookie cop who reported a fellow officer, me, for roughing up a suspect doing an arrest. I'd gone too far, broken a guy's jaw. They offered the rookie a promotion to keep quiet. I signed some papers, took a pay cut, called it excessive force mitigation. I never saw the rookie again.
You think justice is a badge?
The white mask asked.
You think it's about paperwork? About courtrooms? Justice is about balance.
Then he took off the mask, and I saw him. Ben Maddox, the rookie. The kid with the nervous hands and perfect aim. He should have been a lieutenant by now. Instead, he spent the last 3 years fixing the system his own way.
You let monsters walk,
he said.
I'll make sure they don't walk far.
So why come to me? I asked. He didn't answer, just held up a file.
This is the next one. She kills kids. Rich, protected, but she slipped. I've got the evidence. You make the call.
I opened the folder. Photos, statements, proof. A tech CEO's daughter, never charged, accused of luring runaways into force, content creation. Everything scrubbed, paid off, buried. I stood there in the dark. So what? You want me to help you now?
I want you to remember what justice feels like before it dies completely.
I walked away that night. Didn't call it in. Didn't report him. And a week later, the girl in the file was found in her penthouse, overdosed, but there was no needle. Just a white mask placed over her heart. That was 2 years ago. The white mask hasn't been seen since, but the bodies stopped piling up, at least publicly. I checked the door every morning, expecting to find a white mask, one for me, because even if he let me walk, I know I'm guilty too. Final notes. Case file 019, unresolved. Perpetrator, likely male, early 30s, former law enforcement. Modus operandi, surgical, symbolic. Targeted justice killings. Survivors, one known, former officer Ellis Rourke. 7 terabytes of internal case data. Status, unknown, possibly active. I used to believe in justice. Now, I just wait for the knock. Thanks for tuning into the Draconian universe. Justice doesn't always come in a courtroom. Sometimes it comes in silence, wearing a mask. Would you turn him in, or let the white mask finish what the system couldn't? Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and come back tomorrow, because justice is never done. It only waits in the dark. Good night.